the market. So I'm quite impressed by that, and I just wanted to pay tribute to that. And I mean, on the German-Pakistani trade relations, I mean, we are quite satisfied with that. We have seen, after sort of lull during the pandemic, I think we came back to what we had in 2018. So it's roughly, the trade volume is roughly 3 billion, which is not bad. And it's certainly the biggest chunk within the European Union. And my sense is that the Pakistani exports to Germany increased over the last 6 months, I mean the first 6 months of the fiscal year, roughly by 15%. So that again shows the strength and the resilience of our business relationship. And I only can say what's good can certainly be better. I'm certainly looking forward to a further increase in economic and trade interaction between our two countries, with Sialkot taking the lead here as well. I do not want to hide the fact that there is perhaps a fourth reason to come, and that was a kind of concern, and I would like briefly want to share with you. This has to do with this incident in December, which frankly raised some critical issues in Germany, but also I would say across the European Union, because as we all know, the GSP Plus scheme is drawing to a close in 2022 and needs to be revisited and reviewed and prolonged and extended. And that is not a foregone conclusion. It's not in our German hands. It's a decision to be taken by the European Union, by the Commission, by the Parliament. And particularly because the Parliament is involved, there are critical questions, always. But these critical questions, of course, amount also to this particular incident. Unfortunately, it's not the first incident in Sialkot. I mean, we had another incident in 2010, I think. We have other incidents here, which I absolutely am sure the business community condemns, also the ulema. I mean, virtually everyone condemns it in Sialkot, but it happened. And you know how modern communication systems work. This has thrown a bad light on Sialkot, which is a very forward-looking, a very liberal business community. And I can only, because I do not have to urge you to condemn these things, because I know you did, and you did it from the bottom of your heart, but I can only urge you to do everything to ensure that incidents like these won't happen again. Because that really, so far, I have to say, the corollaries of the incident have been, I would say, limited. There were questions asked, we said, we reported to, Berlin and also to Brussels. These are individual incidents. It had nothing to do with the business community. It had nothing to do with the spirit in Sialkot. It had nothing to do with the commitment. But again, I think if cases like these would repeat themselves, it would throw us all, you here in Sialkot, the business community, and us, being very much in favor of a further increase in business interaction, business activity, would throw us really in jeopardy and in problems. So please do all you can, also in your companies, to prevent these things from happening once again. Very briefly, on travel and visa, I mean, that is always, let's say, that's always the pertinent issue. Yes, it's unfortunately true, we had to close our visa section in Islamabad because we are undergoing a major reconstruction work. That does not only affect the visa section, but also the embassy as such. The embassy will be dismantled. the residence, I'm not living anymore in the residence. I have been, so to say, I have been migrating to another place in Islamabad. So that is a huge construction undertaking. It's the biggest the foreign ministry undertakes for the moment in the world. So we had to close the visa section for, of course, on a temporary basis. Hopefully, that will last only until autumn, and then we can, in a new structure, we can open up again the embassy. Of course, that entails some, I would say, unfortunate